As people of the kingdom, as people who have claimed that we entered the kingdom, as people who follow Jesus, the servant king, I think there is an important lesson for us to learn from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 20, verses 25 following. In fact, the chapter started with "Kingdom of heaven is like." That phrase is very important in Matthew's Gospel. You see that phrase in chapter 13 quite a lot. Kingdom of heaven is like. So that is important for us to know. What are we expected to have in our minds, our attitude, especially with regard to greatness, being first, success? How does Jesus define for us what is success, greatness, being first? Here it says in chapter 20, verse 25, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them." There is a way that Gentiles operate in their capacity of power. They lord it over. But in verse 26 it says, "Not so with you. Kingdom people, you should not be like them." The way you look at power, success, authority, it should be different. My dear people of God, this comes as a conclusion. Chapter 20, verse 25 onwards, about kingdom attitude, servant leadership, and the climatic statement in 28, "Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve." That is a conclusion for three errors that are taking place in chapter 19, verses 27 onwards. Chapter 19, verse 27, just after the rich young man came to Jesus, he asked the right question, "I want eternal life," came to the right person. But in 19:22, when the young man heard this, he went away sad because he had great wealth. He did not stay with Jesus, because Jesus asked him, "If you want to be perfect, go sell your possession." His idea of success, his idea of wealth was different. That is when the rich young man was just fading away, Peter is coming to the front and asking Jesus, "Master, Jesus, we have left everything. We are not like this rich young man. We are willing to make sacrifice. What do we get?" 19:27. "We have left everything to follow you. What then will be there for us?" This is a question of reward. Peter is so concerned about what we will get. Then in chapter 20, verses 1 onwards, in connection with Jesus' response to Peter, "You will get certain things, but Peter, you should be prepared." In 19:30, you should be prepared for a reversal. The first will be last, the last will be first. In fact, that same phrase comes in a reverse manner. In chapter 20:16, the last will be first, first will be last. What is happening in that parable in chapter 20, verses 1 onwards? Here is a vineyard owner. 6 a.m. he recruited a group of people. 9 a.m. he recruited a group of people. 12 noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. The work is getting over by 6 p.m. 5 p.m. people are working only for 1 hour. But you know what this vineyard owner did? He gave the same wages to everyone, a denarius. And the people who started from 6 a.m., they are saying in verse 12, "These who were hired last worked only 1 hour. This is not fair." They're saying, "We worked for 12 hours. And you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the work and the heat of the day. We worked so much." This is like whom? This is like Peter in 19:27. We have left everything. What we will get? There the question of reward. Here it is a question of recognition. We want special recognition. We worked 12 hours. There are a group of people started working by 5 p.m. They worked only for 1 hour. How can you make them equal with us? Third is in chapter 20, verses 20 onwards. Mother of Zebedee's sons, Salome. Most probably it is Salome. identified in chapter 19 of John's Gospel. Mother of James and John coming to Jesus and kneeling down. When Jesus asked them, "What is it you want? You're coming to me. You're kneeling down." They have heard something in Jesus' response to Peter in chapter 19, verses 28. When the Son of Man sits on his glorious throne, you who have followed me will also sit on the 12. Mother and James and John are coming and saying, "Yeah, we know that we are all going to sit on thrones." Mother is asking, "May one of them sit at your right and one of them at your..." James and John, one of them right, one of them left. What is the problem here? Ranks. For Peter, it was a reward. For that vineyard workers, 6 a.m. workers, it was recognition. For James, John, and mother, it was ranks. What is Jesus saying? Peter, don't be motivated by reward. Be motivated by love. Serve me out of love. To that vineyard workers, what is the message there? Don't worry about your recognition. Just have that attitude of gratitude. The very fact that you're recruited to work, you should have gratitude. Don't compare. Don't compete. Don't ask, why did he get more? No. It is not reward, it is love. It is not recognition, it is gratitude. Here. Salome, James, and John, it is not ranks. It is servant heart. Jesus did not come to be served, to serve. My dear people of God, may all of us have that attitude of Christ. Let us not be like others who are so much worrying about recognition, reward, and ranks. Let us serve Him out of love, out of gratitude, out of a servant heart. May God richly bless you to live this kingdom lifestyle, to have the attitude of Christ in manifesting His kingdom to the people around us. God bless you.